Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change or coin jars at home. Today, we are going to explore the fascinating story and unbelievable value of a small coin with a huge price tag. Yes, we are talking about the 2002 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin that has recently shocked collectors and numismatists by being valued at an astonishing $24,000 in the current coin market. Now, before we dive into the mind-blowing value of this coin, let's take a journey back in time to understand the origin, history, and unique characteristics of the 2002 D Lincoln cent. First, the Lincoln cent has been in production since 1909 when it was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin has undergone a few changes over the decades but has remained one of the most collected coins in the history of the United States. The 2002 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities of the United States Mint. That D Mint mark stands for Denver, and the Denver Mint is known for producing billions of coins every year. In fact, in 2002 alone, over 3 billion Lincoln cents were minted at the Denver facility. With such a high mintage number, one might assume these coins are common and not worth more than a penny. But that is where the story takes a surprising turn. Despite the large mintage, certain 2002 D Lincoln 1-cent pennies have captured the attention of collectors due to specific errors, exceptional condition, or rare die varieties that significantly boost their value. One of the most notable reasons why this particular penny could fetch up to $24,000 is due to rare minting errors. These errors might include off-center strikes, double die obverse or reverse errors, die cracks, or even planchet issues that occurred during the coin's production. Such flaws are highly sought after by serious coin collectors because they are incredibly rare and unique. Another important factor is the coin's condition, which is often graded on a scale by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. A 2002 D penny in perfect mint state condition, especially one graded MS68 or higher, can be extremely valuable. Why? Because most coins go into circulation and quickly get scratched, worn, or damaged. But a coin that remains in pristine condition for over 2 decades is extremely rare. When such a coin is also a mint error, its value multiplies significantly in the numismatic market. In addition, appeal plays a crucial role in the value of a coin. A shiny, lustrous 2002 D penny with a strong strike, full details, and no visible marks or discoloration can demand an impressive price from collectors who are eager to add a gem-quality specimen to their collection. And some of these high-grade coins have indeed been auctioned for jaw-dropping amounts, with the most pristine and rare examples fetching as much as $24,000. So what should you do if you think you have a 2002 D Lincoln penny? First, examine it carefully. Look for any noticeable errors like doubling on the date or letters, off-center strikes, or strange lines or textures that might indicate a minting mistake. Also, check the overall condition of the coin. Does it still look brand new or nearly flawless? If so, your coin might be worth more than you think. Next, consider having your coin professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. These companies can authenticate your coin, determine its grade, and give you a certification that can increase its credibility and value when selling. It is also a good idea to research recent auction results for similar coins to get an idea of how much yours could be worth in today's market. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for unique pieces, and the 2002 D Lincoln penny with the right combination of rarity, error, and condition is definitely one of those hidden treasures. It just goes to show that even a small copper coin can carry big value if you know what to look for. So keep checking your change and never underestimate the value of what might appear to be an ordinary coin. Who knows, you might just be holding a $24,000 penny in your hand right now without even realizing it. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories about rare coins worth big money. Drop us a comment below if you have a 2002 D penny or any other rare coin you would like us to talk about next. See you in the next video. Hello and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasure in your pocket change and explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins that could make you a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the rich history and current market value of one very special coin that has stunned collectors and investors across the globe. We are talking about none other than the 1960 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but is worth a staggering $99,802 in today's rare coin market. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly simple penny could be your ticket to wealth if you know what to look for. Let's begin by taking a step back in time to understand the historical significance of the 1960 D Lincoln penny. The D Mint mark on this coin stands for the Denver Mint, one of the most important facilities responsible for minting U.S. currency. In 1960, the Lincoln penny was in its 51st year of production, having first been introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of President Lincoln facing right, a design that has stood the test of time and remains on the penny even today. But what makes the 1960 D penny so unique and valuable compared to other Lincoln cents? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, minting errors, and collector demand. In 1960, the U.S. Mint produced two versions of the Lincoln penny. One had a small date, and the other had a large date. These variations were created when the Mint adjusted the size of the date on the coin during production. Collectors refer to these as the small date and large date varieties. The difference is subtle but significant for experts and hobbyists. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. There are a limited number of 1960 D Lincoln pennies with the small date variety that were mistakenly struck with double die errors or other minting anomalies. These errors, combined with the small date and the D Mint mark, create a highly sought-after collectible coin. These rare varieties often display doubling in the lettering, numbers, or even on Lincoln's profile, and when authenticated and preserved in high grades, they can command huge premiums at auctions and private sales. One particular example of the 1960 D small date penny in pristine, mint state condition with a striking error was recently valued at an astounding $99,802. That's nearly $100,000 for a 1-cent coin. The coin in question was authenticated and graded by a top coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC, and its exceptional condition and rarity made it a highlight in a high-stakes collector auction. To identify if you have one of these valuable coins, you'll need to closely examine your 1960 D penny under magnification. Look carefully at the size of the date. The small date variety has a slightly different number shape, especially in the number 6, which appears curled inward on the small date. Also, look for any signs of doubling or striking anomalies. Pay special attention to the words Liberty and In God We Trust, as well as the numerals of the date. Any distortion, doubling, or unusual texture could indicate a rare mint error. Condition is absolutely critical when determining the value of this penny. Coins that are uncirculated and have full luster with no signs of wear are significantly more valuable. Collectors prize coins that have been stored carefully and show no signs of damage, scratches, or discoloration. Coins graded MS-67 or higher can be worth many times more than the same coin in lower grades. The 1960 D Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's a window into American history, a symbol of numismatic excellence, and in some rare cases, a life-changing investment. It's fascinating to think that something as small as a penny can hold so much historical, cultural, and financial significance. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who just happened to find an old penny in a drawer, this story is a reminder that treasure can come in the most unexpected forms. So the next time you come across a 1960 D Lincoln 1-cent coin, don't overlook it. Take the time to examine it carefully. It could be the rare small date variety. It could have an error that makes it truly one of a kind. And it just might be worth close to $100,000. That's all for today's deep dive into the extraordinary 1960 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you found this video informative or exciting, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin discoveries. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or have questions about coin collecting. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another opportunity to learn about coins that could change your life. Thank you for watching, and remember, always check your change because you never know when you might be holding a fortune in your hand. Welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. In today's video, we are diving deep into the rich history, production, rarity, and incredible value of the 1980 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This single penny, often overlooked by many collectors and everyday individuals, has become one of the most sought-after coins in recent years. With some examples selling for staggering amounts, including one with a current market value reaching an astonishing $52,923, this coin is certainly worth a second look. So make sure you watch until the very end to discover what makes this penny so valuable, how to identify the key features, and how you might just have one of these treasures sitting at home. Let's begin with a little history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a real person, and it replaced the Indian head cent that had been in circulation since 1859. From 1909 through the late 1950s, the penny had wheat stalks on the reverse side, which is why collectors refer to early Lincoln cents as wheat pennies. In 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo. This memorial design remained in use until 2008, when it was replaced by a series of new reverse designs commemorating Lincoln's life. Now, fast forward to the year 1980. This was a time of economic challenges in the United States, including rising inflation and significant changes in the metal composition of coins due to rising production costs. The United States Mint was operating full scale with facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, producing coins to meet the needs of a growing economy. The Denver Mint, which applied the D Mint mark, was responsible for producing a massive number of 1-cent coins in 1980. However, despite the large mintage, not all coins are created equal. Some stand out due to minting errors, condition, and unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. The 1980 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny was made from a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. These pennies were struck using high-pressure coin presses that sometimes resulted in off-center strikes, doubled dies, die cracks, and other rare minting anomalies. These types of errors, especially in uncirculated condition or mint state grades, are what dramatically increase the value of a coin like this. One of the reasons the 1980 D penny has gained so much attention is due to a small number of coins that have been discovered with extremely rare features. For instance, some coins have been found with a double die obverse, where the lettering on the front of the coin, such as the word Liberty or the date 1980, appears double due to a misalignment during the striking process. Others have unusual planchet errors or struck-through errors where foreign material on the die altered the image on the coin. But perhaps the most valuable 1980 D Lincoln penny known to date is a superbly preserved specimen with a near-perfect strike, full luster, and absolutely no post-mint damage. This particular coin, which has been graded by a professional third-party grading service as MS67 Plus Red, meaning it is in mint state condition with strong red coloration indicating minimal oxidation, sold for a record-breaking $52,923 in a high-profile auction. That kind of value is incredibly rare, but it goes to show how important condition and rarity are in determining the market price of a coin. Collectors are willing to pay big money for coins that are not only rare but also in pristine condition. If you're wondering how you can identify whether your 1980 D penny is worth a fortune, there are a few things to look out for. First, check the overall condition of the coin. A coin in circulated condition will usually show wear and tear, especially on the high points of Lincoln's face and hair. But if your coin looks uncirculated with strong luster and no visible wear, it might be worth sending in for grading. Secondly, examine the coin under magnification to look for signs of doubling, especially around the date and lettering. Any visible die cracks or striking anomalies could also add to the value. It's important to note that not every 1980 penny is worth thousands, but if you find one in high grade or with unique errors, it's definitely worth getting it professionally evaluated. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC offer authentication and grading services that can dramatically increase the value and credibility of your coin in the marketplace. Always handle your coin with care, preferably with gloves or by the edges, and store it in a safe, dry place to avoid any damage or tarnishing. Let's talk about where you might be able to sell such a valuable coin. High-end collectors often search for coins through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Online platforms such as eBay can also be used to sell coins, but it's important to list them accurately with high-quality photos and a certificate of authenticity if available. Local coin dealers and numismatic shows are also good places to get your coin appraised and potentially sell it to interested collectors. In conclusion, the 1980 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like just another common coin, but the truth is, some of these pennies have features that make them incredibly valuable. From rare doubling errors to pristine uncirculated conditions, the market value of this penny has skyrocketed for certain examples. If you happen to come across one in your coin jar or old collection, don't ignore it. That little coin could be your gateway to a small fortune. Always do your research, get it properly evaluated, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries that could change your life. See you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. In this video, we will uncover the full history, features, and high-value mystery behind the 1994 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This coin might look like an ordinary penny to many, but some rare variations of the 1994 penny have fetched extraordinary prices in the market, with one reported to have a current market value of $40,000. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $40,000 for a single 1-cent coin. So, let's begin this incredible journey and discover why the 1994 Lincoln penny is worth so much money. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has a long-standing legacy that dates all the way back to 1909 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. The obverse side or front of the coin features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, and over the years, the reverse side has seen several design changes. However, the 1994 penny still carries the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, which was used from 1959 to 2008. Now let's focus on the 1994 Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small letter D, located just below the year 1994 on the obverse side of the coin. In total, the Denver Mint produced over 7 billion of these pennies, making it a very common coin in circulation. However, as with many coins, not all of them are created equal. A select few 1994 Lincoln pennies were struck with extraordinary quality, or they were produced with mint errors that make them extremely rare and valuable to collectors. So what makes the 1994 penny worth so much money? To answer that, we need to look at some of the characteristics that set rare coins apart. One major factor is the condition, or grade of the coin. Coins that are in mint state condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can be extremely valuable. These coins show no signs of wear and maintain their original luster as if they were just freshly minted. Another key factor is the presence of mint errors. Some of the most valuable 1994 pennies include those with off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. These errors are very rare and often occur due to mistakes during the minting process. For example, a 1994 penny with a double die obverse, where the inscriptions and image on the front appear doubled, can command a very high price in the collector's market. In one of the most remarkable sales, a 1994 D Lincoln penny in pristine mint state condition and with exceptional luster was auctioned for an astonishing $39,830. This incredible price was due to its extremely high grade, rarity, and demand among collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for unique specimens that complete their collections. Collectors and numismatists often search for coins like the 1994 D penny in pocket change, old coin jars, and inherited collections. What looks like an ordinary coin to the untrained eye might actually be a small fortune hiding in plain sight. This is why it's so important to closely inspect every penny, especially older ones from the 1990s and earlier, as you never know what treasure you might be holding. If you are lucky enough to come across a 1994 D Lincoln penny, here are some tips to determine if it might be worth a lot of money. First, look at the overall condition of the coin. If it has no scratches, dings, or signs of circulation, it may qualify as a high-grade coin. Next, use a magnifying glass or microscope to examine the details closely. Check for any unusual features such as doubling in the lettering or date, off-center designs, or odd shapes that indicate a mint error. If you think your coin might be special, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. A certified grade can significantly increase its value and appeal in the marketplace. It is also a good idea to stay updated with auction results and price guides. The value of coins like the 1994 D Lincoln penny can fluctuate based on market demand, rarity, and collector interest. Online marketplaces, auction sites, and numismatic forums are great places to watch for trends and learn what collectors are currently paying for rare coins. In conclusion, the 1994 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a coin that every collector should keep an eye out for. While the majority of these coins are common and found in everyday change, a rare few possess exceptional value due to their condition, rarity, and minting errors. Some have sold for prices reaching nearly $40,000, proving once again that even a simple penny can be worth a small fortune. So before you toss your change in a jar or spend that old penny, take a closer look. You just might be holding a coin that could change your life. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. If you've ever found a rare penny or have questions about your coin collection, let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting and keep searching for those hidden treasures. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving into the incredible story of a coin that may be hiding in your pocket change or old coin jar. It is the 1976 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it may seem like just another ordinary copper coin, but the truth is that this small piece of metal holds a fascinating history and an astonishing current market value of $63,938. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny penny could be worth more than a luxury car or a down payment on a house. Let's begin by going back in time to understand the origins of the 1976 Lincoln penny. This coin was part of a long-standing series that began in 1909 with the release of the Lincoln cent designed by Victor David Brenner. The Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln. It was created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and has since become one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in American history. By the year 1976, the Lincoln cent had already seen a number of design changes and updates. But 1976 was a special year for the United States. It marked the bicentennial, or 200th anniversary, of American independence. While other coins like the quarter, half dollar, and dollar received special bicentennial designs, the humble penny retained its traditional reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now, let's talk about the minting process in 1976. During this time, Lincoln pennies were primarily produced at three different mints: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins from Denver carry a small D mint mark under the date, and San Francisco coins often carry an S. However, coins minted in Philadelphia typically did not carry any mint mark at all. So if your 1976 Lincoln penny has no mint mark, it most likely originated from the Philadelphia Mint.So. What makes the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth an astounding $63,938? While millions of these pennies were produced and are considered common, the value of a coin often depends on several key factors: condition, rarity, errors, and collector demand. First and foremost, condition is crucial. Coins that have never been circulated and are in pristine mint state condition are graded highly by professional services like PCGS or NGC. A 1976 no mint mark penny graded as MS67 or higher can attract serious attention from collectors. The coin must have no scratches, no discoloration, sharp details, and perfect luster. Coins with these characteristics are extremely rare because most pennies from that era have been heavily circulated and worn down. Second, there are known errors associated with some 1976 pennies that significantly boost their value. For example, some have been discovered with double die-obverse errors, meaning the image and lettering on the front of the coin appear doubled. These types of minting errors are considered rare and highly desirable. Additionally, some pennies have been struck off-center or on the wrong planchet, making them even more valuable. Another reason the 1976 no mint mark penny may fetch such high prices is because of its full copper composition. In 1976, Lincoln cents were still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This changed in 1982 when the U.S. Mint transitioned to a primarily zinc composition due to the rising cost of copper. Because of this, older copper pennies are increasingly sought after for their intrinsic metal value and historical significance. Now let's take a look at real market activity. A high-grade 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny, specifically one certified by PCGS as Mint State 67 Red, was recently sold at auction for $63,938. This sale took place because the coin was not only in nearly perfect condition but also came from a very rare die variety, increasing its value immensely. Such coins are rarely found in circulation today, but if you're lucky and careful in examining your change, you just might find one. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for rare pennies like this one. Coin shows, auctions, online marketplaces, and even estate sales are common places where high-value coins change hands. If you believe you own a 1976 penny in excellent condition or with an error, it's highly recommended to get it professionally graded. The grading process can determine its authenticity, quality, and estimated value. So, how can you tell if your 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny might be worth thousands? First, examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for any signs of doubling on the date or letters. Pay close attention to the shine and sharpness of the coin. If it looks unusually well preserved, with no signs of wear, it could be a high-grade specimen. Consider using a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect the finer details. You can also weigh the coin. Genuine copper 1976 pennies should weigh around 3.11 grams. If you suspect you have a rare or valuable coin, the next step is to take it to a trusted coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Do not attempt to clean or polish the coin, as this can damage its surface and drastically lower its value. In summary, the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like just another copper coin, but under the right circumstances, it can be worth an astonishing $63,938 or more. Whether due to its flawless mint state condition, rare die variety, or striking error, this penny has earned its place as one of the hidden gems of American coinage. So the next time you're going through your loose change, take a moment to check for a 1976 penny with no mint mark. It could change your life. Thank you for watching and learning with us. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more incredible stories behind rare coins that are worth a fortune, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Share this video with your friends and family, because someone you know might be sitting on a penny worth nearly $64,000 without even realizing it. Stay curious, stay collecting, and we'll see you in the next video.